Hello, and welcome to episode number 62 of our internet podcast called
Hello.
Lower Bitrate. Hello,
Hello.
what
Hel-
up?
Hello, listeners. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
Fun
Hey.
fact,
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
have a website. It is called lowerbitrate.com.
Yeah.
Fun stuff on there, bunch of links. My Amazon wishlist is there, and I would really love it if one of you big fat piggy whales can buy me a pair of pink panties. Thanks.
That's all you want. You
Yeah,
could. Anyway.
just pink panties, pink male panties. Thank you. Uh, you could probably tell what my mental state is like. How was your week?
Yeah, your mental state is really in a rare position because you're asking for pink panties on the internet.
I've
Um,
asked for worse in Discords. No, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
all right. Well, this will forever go down and, it's being recorded for posterity, so.
Oh, if I ever run for public office, hello, constituents. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, thank you for asking about my week. Uh, we are past the disaster of the ice storm and snow. So it's back to being 75 degrees outside, which is pretty bizarre. People still don't have water though. So I'm just trying to be really grateful because I have running water and electricity now and people are still going without. Um, it's insane to think how long they've been going without water. But anyway, so this week also, I'm excited. Cash will probably go to his forever home, so I'm really happy about that. Just some cat cat chat, cat update. And I've got a pretty crazy week. Please keep sending those good vibes my way. I have a minor surgery on my neck on Thursday, and it's round two, so then I'll be done for a year. So, wish me luck. I hate it, but it will be done real soon. This week, I have been, as far as what I'm playing, watching, I finished Truth Seekers on Amazon. It stars Nick Frost and Simon Pegg for movies like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. They're really, I find them really funny. So give Truth Seekers a try if you are interested in that. It's funny, but it's more of a dark. It's pretty dark comedy, with mysteries and horror. So it's free. Watch it. And then I played Sea of Thieves yesterday because I play video games for my nephew. He gets to watch the screen share on Zoom. And normally he requests like Luigi's Mansion, Mario Odyssey, sometimes Mario Galaxy, just all the Marios. He's even was talking about Mario Kart. So I call him and I say, "What game?" And he goes, "Sea of Thieves." And I was like, "What?" He was
Threw a
like, "You
curveball at you.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, no Nintendo today." So he had seen a video because I told him about it. You sail in your boat and there's a kraken and a sea monster, like that giant shark, the Meg, and I was like, and you fight skeletons and you have to gather things and like pigs and bananas, and he just was like, "Whoa." So it started off great. He loves helping me pick to change up my character because it was really out of date. So we picked the clothes and the hair and the beard, and of course the best part of the game. My mom's like, "You're doing this again?" I was like, "Mom, best part of the game, gosh, it's the character creation. Come on, can't skip it." He loves it too, so he's a real gamer. Then I got in the sloop, started sailing because I couldn't do missions. I didn't want to do those on my own. So he was happy. He doesn't care if I'm like completing missions or not. He just wants to see me sail in the sloop. So I was like talking to him about how to do sailing and stuff like that. So then finally I stop at a island and there's this one skeleton and I kill the skeleton and my poor nephew was terrified. Just he got really scared of the skeletons, so we just sailed around. I felt really bad. I felt like I was like scarred him and was going to give him nightmares, but my mom says that he was okay. He was a little bit scared of the sharks too, but I'm proud of him for being more scared of the skeletons instead of the sharks. He likes sharks. Anyway, that was my day yesterday. Only for an hour we sailed around. So I'm wondering, ooh, is he old enough for Wind Waker or some other Legend of Zelda game? But I was like, if he's scared of the skeletons, it's not going to be a good idea, I think, to expose him to Legends of Zelda yet. Unless y'all can think of one that is not scary in any way.
What about the Link's Awakening one?
Yeah,
I just recently came out.
I was thinking of that one too. It just gets old so fast. You have to backtrack over and over again. But it wouldn't be me, I guess, trying to win the game. It would just be me starting over and showing him the game. But that's a good idea. Right. I'll see if he likes that one. Thanks.
Yeah, that one's in a cute art style.
Yeah, it is. He'll probably like the music too. Well, how was your week?
Not great, personally, but I've been playing more Path of Exile.
Mm-hmm.
I left you off with me being a juice lord. I've been playing this game for 4 to 5 years, and I've never hit level 100. Level 100 is quite a task.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of XP.
You haven't hit it? Are you kidding me?
It's very difficult. I mean, okay, when you die in this game, you lose XP. And if you die at level 99, you lose days of XP. Hours, days of XP, depending on how much you play. So, yeah, I hit level 100. I just offered people to carry their 5-way emblems. I just wanted the XP, and they get to keep their loot. And I did that for hours upon hours. I took some friends with me yesterday. Well, I hit it on Saturday. I was basically brain dead, because it's just, flashing lights and me running in, circles trying to keep track of where everything is and where I am. So I hit that. I got a little emotional. I was like, damn. A lot of people, I don't know, people have like an emotional attachment to games, like a very like nostalgic feeling.
Oh yeah.
And for me, Path of Exile got me through a bunch of like hard times, right? So to finally hit that like level 100, being the Juice Lord, is very special. I appreciate it. I was kind of like, I was kind of done for a day. I didn't play for a full day.
You decided to rest on your laurels.
Yeah, but I'm back at it now. I'm playing it again. Oh, I honestly wasn't playing it because I was so fucking tired of doing the same thing for hours upon hours.
That's like in Sea of Thieves where you can become a pirate legend. You get a certain amount of XP. People get emotional over it.
Yeah, it's a goal, and
it's like winning trials, like making it to the tower to Mercury.
Yeah, it's like something like that. But Mercury's gone. LOL Destiny. I don't know. It's just it's like a hallmark achievement in that game to hit 100. It's so difficult to do, especially when you're playing like me. Most of the time when I'm playing Path of Exile, I'm playing it with friends in the very beginning, and then people taper off or new games come out and they want to play those, and I have no interest in them. So I'm usually the last man standing playing each league. And for one person, it's very difficult to hit level 100. I am a juice lord and I am sweaty in this game, but I'm not as good as other people that have been playing it, or they're smarter than me, So So yeah, very special, very cool. Um, and I think that my success has reinvigorated my friends, or at least some of them. So they're playing more. So we're gonna try to do. I think next league possibly. If I don't, I kind of burnt out on Saturday. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to fucking play this.
too much
I'm
grind.
good. Yeah, I needed a little bit of a reset.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, after a full day of not playing, a lot of my friends got back into it, or their, drive to play is being invigorated. So, I think I'm gonna try to like not pressure them, but push them in a way where we could league start like when every 3 months when a league comes out together and push together rather than it's every man for himself and it's just people posting their shit that they get in the guild chat for I don't know for other men to like you. I just don't whatever. That's just not me, but um that's exciting to me.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, that's exciting to me too because you see other people like all the streamers have their well, the softcore streamers have their little groups that they do in the very beginning, and they basically pool up all their resources to get to where they need to be. And at the very end, where it kind of like tapers off and people want to do their own thing, then they split it. That's what I want to do. But you know, I I'm not willing to make new friends. LOL. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't watched much except for Wandavision. I haven't played any games other than that. I tried playing Destiny and got. I don't want to talk about it.
We're
uh,
PvP or
no, it was PVE, but the game is so glitchy that I just. You ever played a game and it was so fucking broken that you just had to stand in awe at
yeah.
what was going on? Yeah, that was me with Destiny. Whatever. If I decide to get the itch to play Destiny, I will, which is unfortunate because it seems like they've added things to the game to play. I just have no interest in playing the game because I've played it at its lowest and it just kind of burnt me out. Um, the same repetitive garbage that they put out.
I used to marvel at the Crota raid, how broken it was.
Yeah, I don't know. We could talk about that at a different time, but I think Bungie and Destiny is a different game and a different company
Yeah,
from
I
what I
mean,
remember it to be.
and they're making dramatic changes now too.
So moving on, I put this first because I was just talking about Path of Exile, and Path of Exile is largely considered a spiritual successor to Diablo 2. A lot of my friends have played Diablo 2. I've never played it. I didn't have a PC back then. This game is over 20 years old.
Yeah.
Um, so they're doing a remaster, and people are. It's kind of mixed. Have you ever played this game or no?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, I've watched streams of it. I'm a little biased against the top-down view. I don't like it.
Yeah, that was my original I guess reservation about these types of games, but
Mm.
it's
I,
it's a it's an acquired taste.
yeah, well, I think it's a really popular and excellent game just based on what people say, but I just myself, it wasn't for me.
Yeah. So interesting enough, Diablo 4 is coming out not soon. It's gonna be within the next 2 to 3 to 4 years. I don't know anything about that game because I just don't care.
Hmm.
But they're doing Diablo 2 Resurrected, so it's gonna have um, revamped graphics and it is coming out on Windows on BattleNet. Side note: the new BattleNet launcher looks chef's kiss. I really like it.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch, PS5 and PS4, and Xbox Series X and S. Now, some people are hyped because obviously this game is old as fuck, and getting a little bit of a remaster into it might revitalize the player base, which is cool. And then you have the other camp that are not too hyped about this, and it's going to be trash because if you don't have a really bad memory, Blizzard came out with Warcraft 3 Reforged, which was supposed to be a remaster of the game, and they outed some crazy shit talking about, remastered cutscenes, LOL, this and that, and it was a dumpster fire of a game, of a launch. It was really garbage. So, my question to you, if you in general or anybody listening, I had a thought about Diablo 4. Diablo 2 Resurrected really doesn't matter. That game is going to live on its own and it's going to have its player base. But Diablo 4 is kind of like the response to Path of Exile.
Ah.
Many games. Let me just get my position out.
Okay.
Path of Exile is the best action RPG on the market. It is years and years ahead of any other game that is a ARPG on the market. Hands down. Diablo doesn't come close. Any of the other little clones or anything like that doesn't come close. The overseas games don't come close. Wilson crashed and burned. The other one that you can't even fucking play without a VPN doesn't even come close. I don't even think that's even gonna come to the United States. I think that Path of Exile is so far ahead
Mm-hmm.
that they have a monopoly on the ARPG genre. Because the game that Diablo is making, Blizzard is making for Diablo 4, is trying to catch up to Path of Exile 2 years ago.
Ah. Yeah.
This year we may get Path of Exile 2. We had that news I think a year or 2 years ago for their ExileCon. Obviously ExileCon is much like BlizzCon or TennoCon if you play Warframe.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have one last year for obvious reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
But Path of Exile 2 was announced at that ExileCon, and we may get a playable demo this year. Who knows? I know it's delayed, but we may get that.
So you're just
Yeah, I
saying
wanna
Path
know-
of Path of Exile 2 will just it's just a titan in the ARPG, so it's even if new games come out, it can't stand the longevity of this game.
Yeah, the player base has increased tenfold,
Right.
especially with the newer leagues,
Okay.
the bigger leagues. The one that I played it a long time ago. Didn't really get into it, didn't really like it, didn't really understand it. Honestly, I still learn everything, new stuff each league. I'm still processing information, but it's just Blizzard reminds me of Apple, right?
Yeah.
And how they want to keep everything tight knit and on this thing, and they don't really want anyone to fuck with it. You know what I mean? They've had really bad ideas in the past, but Grinding Gear Games is the developer behind Path of Exile. They have a whole plethora of things. You can go right now to poe.ninja, and it's an API website about all the items that you can buy in the game, all of the maps, all of everything. It's like a stock market for the current league that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And they have other websites that have like embedded GUIs into it where you could like craft things, and then they try to the community is basically what bolstered this game up. That's what lacks in these other games. And that's just because of time and effort and collaboration with the developer.
So the strong community adds the longevity as well.
Right. And playing an ARPG is not, especially something with a talent tree that looks like someone literally just vomited passives on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has no like if you look at it, every person that I show this to, when I'm like, oh, what's the passive tree look like? They're like, what the fuck is that? And it's true. I had the same thought. So, they have like a program called Path of Building that was initially made by a developer of Grinding Gear Games.
Mm-hmm.
and the original program is no longer being updated. So the community took it by themselves, and they did a Path of Building community fork, which is a based upon the source code of Path of Building, but they add to it every league. Regular dudes and dudettes adding to this thing to update it so that the players can use it. So yeah, I'm not hyped for Diablo 2, Diablo 4. Path of Exile has me by the cojones, you know what I mean? And I don't think that I'm excited for what's to come. So yeah, that's my
Yeah,
rant.
I can tell you're excited. That's great.
That is my rant.
It's great. It also might be like a life ender. You know, once PoE 2 comes out, you'll just be,
Engulf.
stewing in your juices in your chair.
I'm really excited about that part, the PoE too, because they've give little hints of like what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed some towns to look like PoE2 using some PoE2 development tactics for like art styles or art assets. And they did the same thing this league with maps. So on a larger scale, but not changing the foundation of the game like they did with some of the towns. So yeah, I'm hype, I'm pumped. Um, you'll never play Path of Exile ever, right? Let's just get this out there.
No.
Not your
I'm
cup of tea.
good. Yeah. I mean, I've watched you stream it even. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I got really bored and I would never jump into it just by myself, you know?
Now, question: they are potentially coming out with, well, they announced it, coming out with a mobile game, Path of
Cool.
Exile mobile. LOL, do you not have phones? Um, Now I don't think that this game, it's possible, but I don't think the full game would make it to the phone. But what if it was very um simple? Like you created a character, items dropped, skills dropped, and it was you only did it in maps. Like you had like a set tile set that you ran through and did that over and over again. Would you consider playing that? Like something to play on the toilet?
Yes. Or something to
Okay.
play. Okay, so what I like to play on my phone right now is oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. Is World Series of Poker. I was trying Zynga Poker and it's trash. This is also trash, but I can easily jump into games as I want, even low stakes, so I can just like pass the time if I'm waiting at like a doctor's office or something. So I like that, but it's not good to pause. There's no pause. You're playing against live people. So I would like to play like another mobile game like that. I tried the LOL mobile game, I thought it was, and not for me. So we'll see about PoE.
Okay, that's not for a couple years. But I think that's what they need. They need something that you can easily hop into, play, and then put down. Not
Man,
be this thing that they have now for the PC.
I hope we have mobile games in a couple years.
Okay. So I have a little bit of a PSA.
Go ahead.
Uh, so PlayStation's come under fire. I think they announced something coming for PC. I don't. I didn't really look into it. I don't really care. It's probably one of their like less performing games. Maybe like Days Gone or something like that. Not any of the big ones. Um, so they announced or said that more PS5s are coming. Cool. Side note, I got tired of looking at the white little fins on the side of the PlayStation. If you are, if you have a PlayStation, first of all, congrats. Um, it's very difficult to buy, and you don't like the white little fins because it looks goofy, right? Like if you under my TV, it looks like a sore thumb sticking out. A brand is selling something called dark plates, which
Yeah.
literally just click in to where the current plastic does into the PlayStation, but it's matte black.
That's nice. Black is so much sleeker. And why would you make something that looks like an Xbox 360?
Right. Yeah. So they made those. They're kind of expensive. I pre-ordered mine. The disc version is sold out. The discless version might be sold out, but I just immediately saw that it was available. I'm gonna get it in May sometime. And just immediately bought it because this thing is it really sticks out. That was the PSA. So you like VR, right?
No.
You don't like VR.
I was just looking over at my Oculus Rift S, like, man, how can I offload this thing?
Sell it on like I don't know, OfferUp or eBay.
I thought I would only get like 150 for it, but still, I was thinking about just listing it on Craigslist, just being like, hey, come get it. How much do you think I could get for it? On eBay, it was like
What is it
150.
called?
I have the Oculus Rift S, like a really nice. It, you plug it into your PC. It doesn't have its own console. It was top of the line when I got it a year ago.
Um, Currently it's about $300 new.
Yeah, but
So possibly I don't know, maybe like 175, half off,
yeah.
a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get 300 for it, you bet I would be listing it like last month, but just kind of been looking at it like, well, what do we do with this?
We'll talk later. I might be interested.
I would gladly offload it. As you can tell, I'm just like, I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Anyway, if you have a PlayStation 5 and you're interested in VR, do not purchase the PSVR that's in the stores right now. One, you need a special cable to actually connect it to the PS5,
But
which you'll have to wait to get if it's not included in the box already,
let me
which I
guess.
don't think it will be.
It's an exclusive, like, only PS4 cable.
Yes.
It's not like an
There's something-
HDMI cable.
No, there's something that connects something to something else that's only connected to the PS. It needs a special cable for the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go on like Sony's website and say put in your serial number for the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation VR in your PlayStation 5 and they'll give you one for free. I don't know how long that's going to take or if they're still doing that, but if you're interested in VR and you're thinking about it, my advice would be to wait because the, throughout the time that the PS VR came out, there was a PlayStation 4 thing, and now VR tech has like catapulted itself. Like double the resolution, double the frame rate, etc., etc. Like the difference between the HTC Vive and the HTC Vive Index is like a Camry versus a Lamborghini type shit,
Ouch.
you know? So yeah, PSA, wait on that, but I don't know what's going on because there's a shortage of um, chips, like chipsets, all over the place. And when car manufacturers are having a problem putting chips in their cars, that's how you know there's a problem because they've never had a problem with that. Because there's like 20 or 30 computers in every single car now.
Right.
Um,
Except
so
my
yeah,
car.
wait on that.
Except my hoopty.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
It's off the grid.
I wouldn't call it off the grid. I would assume that there's some in there, but they're not vital to the car's operation, like some of the newer ones are.
I only got 8 gigs of RAM in my hoopty.
Okay.
Anyway, if I send you this VR, I'm gonna include a pair of pink panties.
I want to bring to people's attention. You like Frances McDormand, right?
I do, and I saw this on Hulu. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So Nomad Land is a movie that came out. I want to say last year in theaters, or it was revealed last year. And it's just now come out.
Oh, it's a
Um,
movie, not a show?
it's a movie, yeah. So, you if you can, it's a low budget movie, so $4 to $6 million. So know what you're getting into. This is not a big blockbuster movie. It's one of those small indie-ish films. It is
Mm-hmm.
directed by Chloe Zhao. She is famous for The Rider, Eternals, the movie that hasn't come out yet, the Marvel movie.
Rip.
So, very different. I would assume that The Rider and Songs My Brother Taught Me are similar to Nomad Land,
Mm-hmm.
very smaller in scale, very indie-ish. The Eternals, that's the Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse train, the Marvel machine. She'll have her spin on that, but I think it's gonna be an entirely different movie.
I like
Um,
this. This is like when Taika does, Marvel and then he switches gears and does Boy or um oh, what was the one with the little boy that was a little Nazi?
yeah, Jojo,
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit. Yeah.
Such a hard name to remember, but yes, an unforgettable film.
So, um,
Just
you
an
can watch this on Hulu.
interesting thing, he worked with Scarlett Johansson, was she in that Thor Ragnarok movie? I can't remember. I don't think she
Scarlett
was.
Johansson, no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was like, he worked with her in Marvel, and then with his Jojo Rabbit movie. Anyway, not true. Let's just say it's true and spread internet lies.
Yes. Um. Okay. So this movie is obviously low budget, has Frances McDermott in it, and the whole premise of it, I don't think it's for the faint of heart. Like somebody who I think you're in the mood for like an emotional experience, because in all the previews and stuff like that I've read,
Mm-hmm.
it said that Chloe Zhao had a careful hand, meaning that there was some sensitive um topics in here. And the general gist of this movie is that the character played by Frances McDermott loses everything in the Great Recession. Then she embarks on a journey through the American West, living in a van.
Cool.
So very low key, very intimate is what I thought. This is on my list to watch. I'm probably gonna watch this sometime this week or this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I will report back. But I wanted to put that in the universe. Maybe you watch it. Maybe we could talk about it next week.
Yes, I would like to watch it. I'm definitely gathering things to watch as I recover. I will try to watch it on a day when I'm not zoinked out of my mind so I can remember it and not sleep through it. Because this sounds very interesting. As
Yeah,
opposed to like Preacher, which I just put on and like come in and out of.
yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I like Frances McDermott. Um, but when we're gonna talk about No Man Land, this is separate from our movie night.
Yeah.
Every Monday we watch a movie. This week we watched what?
Earwig and the Witch.
Yeah, Yeet.
And
Next week we're gonna watch.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Very excited about this one.
I'm hype about this one too. Um, so every Monday, Discord link on the website lowerbitrate.com. We watch one movie at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time, sometime in the morning for, GMT time. Maybe it's like 2 or something. Who knows?
Who
Um,
knows? We don't.
so yeah, we're gonna move on to talking about Earwig and the Witch.
Yes, our movie night movie this past week. It was I want to hear what you thought. I've seen it twice, so give me your impressions after seeing it one time.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I it was a animation style that I didn't expect.
Right?
Um, when you told me that this was a Studio Ghibli movie, I didn't do any research on it, didn't look at anything, wanted to come in fresh set of eyes, and a clean slate for a mind. So I thought it was going to be something like Spirited Away, but I was surprised when it was an actual like 3D type of movie instead of 2D animation.
Like
So,
like Coraline.
uh, I, maybe isn't Coraline stop motion? Or am I confusing that with another movie?
I don't know. I just thought the animation was similar. Maybe I'm wrong. But in the sense that it's a 3D world, like what we're seeing on a 2D screen. Instead
I want to
of.
say
Alright,
I
well.
don't know. I can't really tell. Very
You,
similar in art style, not medium that it's shot in. Yes, I agree. Forgot about
well,
Coraline.
someone correct us, please, because we're nothing if not inaccurate.
So, mm, for me, the story, I had no idea what the fuck was going on for most of that movie, but I was entertained. I thought it was funny. I thought it was weird. You know, I cringed when in the very beginning with the big witch, big chonkulus came in, and her boots like they made a very distinct sound. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was trying to cram like 5 pounds of beef in like in half an ounce bag. You know what I mean? Like those thighs, those cankles were crying.
Yeah, I like
Let
that.
me out.
Yeah. I think she
Um,
was wearing reveal. I think she was wearing the same outfit as she was like originally. So that's why. Like in
I don't
the
know. That just bothered me.
OG. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was supposed to bother you. Everything about her.
Yeah, they did a good job. It was a I I saw the entire movie, didn't leave or skip anything, go to the bathroom, but I just didn't get the point.
Yeah, what was the point of the movie?
I just,
Someone asked Miyazaki, okay?
yeah. I mean, like you're opening up with a car chase scene. The girl Earwig gets left at an orphanage. Then you fast forward, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years or something like that. Maybe how old was she? Do you know?
No. And
She
I've
must have been
watched
like
it
10 or 11.
twice. Yeah. Maybe they do say, like, I've been here for this many years, but it skipped my, ears twice.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And then it just turns like she's doing things. I thought the ghost thing was funny in the very beginning.
That was really cute. The orphans sneaking out dressed as ghosts into the orphanage.
Yeah, there's a cemetery there, I guess, for all the dead orphans.
The
Who knows? Who knows why there's graves there?
orphanage right next to the graveyard. Yeah, it's a little spooky. But it was cute that they're not afraid, that they're just running through it. And they
Yeah.
spook, I think, the caretaker or something. It's just really cute. Because it was Halloween. Like, what else are orphans going to do on Halloween? Poor little kids.
Yeah. Um. Then we get some stuff where, some kids are being adopted. Just the we watched the dubs, by the way. I didn't see your text message about subs or dubs, so we watched dubs. I wasn't taken aback. I actually really enjoyed the dubs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were good. And I think you mentioned it that this was like they actually paid money for people to actually,
They did. The biggest one was Casey Musgraves. I don't know if you know who she is. She's a country star, um, like a really big country star. She's younger, and she was the voice of the mom singing the song.
I enjoyed the music.
Yeah, the music. I forgot to mention that. Thank you for bringing that up. From beginning to end was awesome.
Yeah, the song, the main song, I guess that was tied within the story, was really really good.
And it would be even better in Japanese too because it was translated. Like there were a few lines that didn't quite make sense. Like in the beginning, it's like the witches and the fairies gossip or something, and it's like I don't think there was a good translation for English
Yeah,
because I was
there's
like,
just something.
that's not a real thing.
There's just something about this movie that like it's just missing something. First of all, it's only an hour and 20 something minutes long.
Second of all, it ended like a guillotine, just ka-chop, it's done.
Right. This needed to be like an hour, 40 minutes. One of my gripes for the film is there's a lot of like dead shit that happens, like things that are not important to the plot or getting the plot, you know, to a certain point. It's just dumb shit that happens.
Yeah,
And
it's just like an episode of like Seinfeld or The Office. It's just like nothing really happens.
right.
It's just a perhaps that's what it was intended to be, is a slice of life perhaps, but the slice of life that takes place in a supernatural world.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. This movie is getting hammered with the reviews. It has like a 4.6 on IMDb. A lot
Ooh,
of people don't like it.
I
Um,
think I've seen complaints. The only complaints I've seen are about the animation style. They're like, I wanted something like Spirited Away, so they're probably angry.
yeah, I thought I noticed the ship from Spirited Away in the very beginning of the ghost part. They were looking outside where there was like a river, and then there was a ship that was going down that looked like the Spirited Away ship.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was. I could be wrong. Who knows?
A little Easter egg.
Yeah, something to put it in the. This is in the same universe as Spirited Away, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Um,
Or maybe
yeah,
it
there
was just
was.
a little wink, wink,
Yeah,
a wink to the fans.
yeah. Some of the things that the 4.6 stars out of 10 completely warranted. This is not a movie for someone who's just putting on something to be entertained or to have like a coherent story. There was really no story. There was just little tidbits of some stuff, and you got like ambiguous explanations on why there's a band in there, why they broke up, why were they chasing her. You know, didn't she notice that that was the redhead was her mom or something like that? There was nothing tying them into the two, and then at the very end, we get the mom coming back. She's obviously not dead and doesn't weigh 500 pounds like the other one. So, and then it just ends. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, it ended very suddenly. Like, ta-da, happy ending. Just accept it.
This is a movie for kids. Like 100%. I think kids would love this shit, but any adult watching this is like, what is this? You know?
Yes. Are you glad that we watched it?
Yeah, I enjoyed myself for what it was, but whenever we watch one of these films, I just take my brain out and leave it at the door, you know? Because we've watched some rancid shit like that.
Not rancid.
No, we've watched some rancid, horrible shit like that. What's that? April Ludgate one. What's her fucking name? Aubrey Plaza. That Aubrey
Mm-hmm.
Plaza movie was
Mm-hmm.
trash.
Oh, yeah, that one was rancid garbage. You're right. We can't even, it was like Mrs. Beverly Higginbottoms or something. We can't even remember the name of it. Just blocked it from our memories for sure.
I think that movie got deleted from her IMDb page. I couldn't find it.
Really?
I think so.
Huh. Wonder why.
Huh.
Probably because it's
Uh,
terrible.
yeah. This movie's on HBO. If you're bored or have kids, watch it. Other than that, I don't really see a reason to.
Yeah.
Not like Spirited Away or the big Chowder guy. I forget his name.
Also, the children will probably find the Mandrake and Bella Yaga scary.
I think that's the point. But they don't say, like, no explanation is made on how he turns from purple hair dream dude that's apparently maybe the father of Earwig. None of that's explained.
Nope.
How does he turn into a mandrake? Like, she left him, obviously. Was it because of that? There was no explanation. Like, there's at least 40 minutes of this movie that they could have added and taken away some of the dead shit that just popped up, like some of the worthless things that happened.
Like how she had to keep picking thistles. I was like,
Yeah,
no
or
more.
her constantly saying the Baba Yaga lady saying that oh, I'm gonna give you worms. Like, okay, we've heard that before. Something
Yes.
new, please.
It got annoying. But I think that was to assist the plot point of her doing the anti-magic spell. It was just like, because the worms were the only threat. So she just removed the threat. But yes, it was very annoying. But they hammered it too hard. They could have said it maybe 10 times instead of 100.
Right. Yeah, this was a light 5 for me. Middle of the road. Only because it's being held up by the animation.
I say you have to watch it if you're an anime fan, since it's a Studio Ghibli. I'm going with that pronunciation. Yeah. Fuck it. But
you need to watch this too. It's a requirement to renew your annual Weeb card.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's an hour, you know? Well, we are going to spoil WandaVision, the episode called The Fourth Wall. This is the actual penultimate episode. There's 9 episodes a season. But just wanted to say thank you so much for listening. And join us for movie nights. Check us out at lowerbitrate.com.
Yes. Okay. Hot take or hot note. This is the 3rd to last episode. I thought this was the penultimate episode. It is not.
Mm-hmm.
There's an 8th and a 9th episode.
Mm-hmm. And is it the 8th episode that's going to be like 47 minutes long?
Yeah.
So who knows what's coming? Jeez.
This was a thick episode. Answered a lot of questions. A lot of plots are moving.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, was it the 2010s, you think? Or like the 2000s?
Oh. I think it is. It's late 2000s because it's paying homage to sitcoms called like Modern Family.
Yep. Modern Family started in 2009.
Yeah.
But also there was office style interviews.
Yes, and Parks and Rec.
Yeah. And
this was a trend.
The title screen was kind of like The Office as well.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, they're continuing their theme. Big shit happened in this episode, though.
Where you break the fourth wall.
So, where do you want to start?
Ooh. Let's just get... A lot happens in this episode, but I guess we could just talk about the major things. Like we said, it was based on something like Modern Family. And in the beginning, Wanda's talking a lot to a camera. And Wanda wakes up still in her old, Halloween costume and is just really depressed. Like, she looks like a mess. Her hair is a mess. She can't get out of bed. She's just neglecting her kids. Just being a real Debbie Downer. So then I think another crucial point is that because of that, Agnes takes the boys and she agrees to babysit Tommy and Billy.
Yeah. Which I thought they trick you in thinking that it's par for the course that she always pops up at the right time, but it's very smart. Very smart for something that we'll get into a little bit later.
So during this time, things are going nuts. Like Wanda can't control shit. Everything around the house keeps changing decades. So it's like the glitches are just surrounding her. It's like there's a glitch in the Matrix. Bad glitches.
My favorite one was when the milk changed.
Yeah. From almond milk.
Almond milk to something else, the whole milk, and then to, an old glass bottle of milk. And she well, one, she does it correctly. All you heathens that put milk first, this is how it's done. You put cereal first, then the milk.
I can't fathom putting milk first anyway. Go ahead.
Heathens that want to see the world burn. The milk changes decades. Obviously, it's going back. So she smelled the milk. She did the smell test for the milk. Because you never know, right? The milk is going backwards in time, meaning that it will be older.
You don't want to drink.
Be rotten.
Yeah, 50-year-old milk.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. So we got debated. The person, the man on the inside was indeed not a man and was a woman. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, week. I was disappointed. I thought, oh yeah, well, that's true. I did say that. She's like, I have a guy on the outside. And I was like, look, I'm from New Jersey. Guy means a person. It doesn't matter what gender. So I was like, it could be a woman. But I was really disappointed that it was just a general.
Yeah. So no Reed Richards.
No Carol Danvers.
Strange, no Carol Danvers. Just a regular person from Sword.
Yeah, so, thanks for hyping it up, Monica.
Yeah. We got the fallout from what happened last week with the Hex moving and turning all the Sword people into clowns. Funny ass shit. They're just honking around, having a grand old time.
Being, the Sword people that got absorbed by the Hex. Yeah, that was another important thing to mention as well, because this is all we see of Vision, right? This episode is that he finds the scientist, Darcy, and releases her from being, enamored somehow. Like, she's released from the spell. And I don't know whose spell it is. We thought it was Wanda's, but I think now we discover it's Agnes all along.
No, you're moving too fast.
Okay, sorry.
So,
well, a big part about Vision is he finds out about his death.
I think he already knows that. He kind of knows that.
Okay.
He just doesn't know the specifics. Like, he died twice in Infinity War.
Okay.
The whole thing was Scarlet Witch to kill him because she's the only one that can kill him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she did, and then old purple dude rewound time and killed him himself to take the thing. So he didn't know that, obviously. But rewinding it back a little bit, no pun intended, I developed an appreciation for Darcy Lewis' character. I thought she was funny as hell this episode. The whole her calling Vision a creeper while she was under the mind spell, I was dying.
She's very funny.
Creeper. Yeah, she is funny. She's not budget Zoe Deschanel anymore to me. She is Kat Dennings. Okay.
I knew you'd come around.
She's funny.
She's not gonna whip out a ukulele and start singing some sort of quirky tune. She's all business.
So
fight me, Zoe.
Yeah, he gets the gist of it. I don't know if the Hex is I don't know if someone is stopping them from getting home or something like that. I have my suspicions on what it is, knowing what I know now. But the big reveal, um, this episode, there's two of them, is that Monica Rambeau tries to ram herself with a little Mars rover into the hex. It
Yes.
gets yeeted out, but then she goes and
Which was funny.
yeah, she goes and takes her body and puts it through, and then what Dr. Darcy Lewis said what was going to happen happened. Her cells were rewritten, and she has superpowers now.
Yay.
Straight ripped from the comics. Well, the powers, not how she got them,
Mm-hmm.
but um, big things are happening for Monica Rambeau's character, especially now since she's going to be in a Marvel movie in Captain Marvel 2, slated to release who knows when. Yeah, so
Never.
she has powers. So she goes and runs up on Wanda and is like trying to tell her what the plan is from the sword guy. We got another reveal that the sword guy was trying to reactivate Vision to use him as a weapon or something like that. Earlier in the episode, before Monica's little space rover gets yeeted back, he says that we launch today. So I still think that the Sentinel program is real, and we might get that in the next few episodes.
Ooh.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Mutants.
But Sentinels being in there is huge. The Sentinels are, I think, a core antagonist to like the whole X-Men universe.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting real excited. I'm like, bring on the mutants. The only reason to have Sentinels is to enslave mutants. That's what they were used for.
Yep. Who knows on that? We're gonna get a payoff from that. It was just they just planting the seeds. You don't realize it, but they're planting the seeds all throughout the whole series, which I'm really enjoying. Um, so yeah, Monica Rambeau says, "Hey, this is what's happening with Vision." Obviously, Wanda doesn't want to hear it because she's being a what would you classify her as?
In denial.
Yeah, in denial and just being generally dumb. Like she's hurt for
Yes.
this is 3 to maybe 4 weeks of after the whole Infinity War, I mean Endgame thing. So yeah, still fresh in her mind because I think Scarlet Witch was one of the people that disappeared, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
She poofed like everybody else. So this trauma, that had people had 5 years to realize that Vision was dead.
Yeah.
It's still fresh in her mind. So she tries to throw Monica Rambeau, and this woman superhero poses down with her energy power. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's real big. They didn't give a payoff for that. I think that's gonna come later.
Yeah.
Like maybe she'll use it to defend herself, or attack somebody, or potentially to fight Sentinels or help Wanda or something. Who knows?
Or maybe fight alongside that character that's been leaked is coming.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Well, it's not really a leak. I think we talked about it because they kind of threw. You want to talk about it or no?
No.
So
We only talk about, like, we watch the show. I want to do
mentioned
it legit. Like, anyway.
I've mentioned this character multiple times before.
Okay.
So
Well, it's coming, so let's be mum about it.
yeah, something big is coming. I'll not say anything, but let's just let the record show I was right.
Lou was right.
So yeah, the big reveal. Did you see what has nothing to do with the main episode? Did you see the ending credit scene?
No, I missed it somehow. I just read about it though.
Yeah, so this Marvel is always doing these things where they put things in the middle. So now you have to watch the entire credits.
Okay, no. I did see it. Yeah. I just forgot about it.
Okay.
Who cares?
So the big reveal is Agnes is actually Agatha Harkness. And
Dun dun dun.
now I'm thrown for a loop because Agatha Harkness is in the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things, the house that she's in looks very similar to the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
She did something that we don't know yet that was in the comic book. Is Mephisto in there? Like, who's the big bad here? I know it's not Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness is like, I don't want to say she's a servant to somebody, but she's assisting someone.
She's low tier as far as her powers.
I don't think she's low tier. She's probably like mid tier
Okay.
or like low mid tier on the power scale. She's definitely not. I don't know if they changed it for the show or anything like that, but I don't think Wanda is at her peak form. So she's probably more powerful than Wanda because Wanda can't even control fucking milk, you know? Or
Yeah.
clocks or TVs. So
Yeah. She's
not up to snuff.
baffled. She's baffled by it.
And especially when you're under the impression that you get to control everyone and they're under your spell and then she's not. So it takes you out of the loop. So
I liked. Did you like the reveal of how they revealed Agatha?
with the song,
Agatha all along, and it just showed her like doing what she was doing. You know, past episodes, I guess, little past clips of scenes, and then
Yeah.
she had her own sitcom, Agatha all along. I liked it.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, and then she fucking killed the dog. Why?
I don't know.
Seems really unnecessary and shocking for like such an innocent type show where, you know, it's like this innocent sitcom. By the way, I killed the sitcom's dog.
Sparky, yeah.
Sparky, rest in pieces. Like, let's fuck up Agnes, avenge his death.
So the show is great. I'm having a grand old time watching it.
Something else I just realized is, remember when Vision was like, I think, because that didn't make sense to me, is that Wanda's like, he won't come home, he's avoiding me, because he was trying to solve this mystery. He suspected something. He suspected Wanda was in control of these weird occurrences. And then Vision is like, I think Wanda's keeping me from coming home. Now I think it was Agatha that was intercepting Vision.
That's the impression I have.
Cool. Not a major point, but just, you know, you just kind of have to be like, huh, no, it's not Wanda. She's not the one in control. It's Agatha.
Yeah, because she kind of said that she didn't know what she was doing, how she got there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm here for it. This
Yeah.
is
Bring on the 47-minute penultimate episode.
yeah. There's a lot of things that may happen. I just want to give kudos to the mouse, Kevin Feige. Having a show like this that is easily accessible for most people to watch and
Mhm.
have the quality and care into, you know, the story and how it fits with everything else. It's not like some off-brand shit that like Netflix was doing. Don't get me wrong, the Netflix stuff with the Marvel stuff was good. Some of the shows were really fantastic, but they kind of like fell off towards the end. But having that in an easily accessible medium and show, because some people don't like movies, but they do like shows, and vice versa. Some people like movies and don't like shows. Yeah, you know, golf claps, because I thought originally that this was gonna be like some, you know, bootleg Mickey Mouse you know, doing PCP in the bathroom type show. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that great. Um, but yeah, I'm impressed. I'm actually really really excited for the Anthony Mackie Sebastian Stan show that should be coming out right after WandaVision.
Yes.
I don't even think that we're gonna have any downtime. Of sometimes we we don't get a show to watch, so
Yeah, we gotta like wait for the Mandalorian for a long time type thing.
yeah. So I think this is gonna be just right into the next one, which is gonna be great. I'm really excited for this. So yeah, we'll see what big characters or any cameos that we might get the next few episodes. I think the episode before this one and the one before that was relatively tame in what they could do. There was like, a little bit of a kind of like what the fuckery, but yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. I can't wait till Friday.
Me either. I'm looking forward to it, even though I'm gonna be high as fuck. I'll probably have a totally weird synopsis of what didn't actually happen.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. Pentultimate, like I said, 47 minutes. Bring it on. Blast it into my eyeballs, I want to see
Yeah.
it. All right, well, do
All
you have
right.
anything to add about WandaVision?
I do not.
Okay. Well, again, check us out at lowerbitrate.com. Join us for movie nights on Monday. It's lit. And we will see you next time. Thanks for listening.